In Malaysia, one of the most spectacular royal weddings has just taken place. Princess Ilyana, the daughter of the former King of Malaysia, married a British racing driver named Chris Froggatt. The celebrations were truly lavish. Stunning diamond tiaras, couture gowns, and magnificent palace-inspired decorations turned the wedding into a real-life fairy tale. The wedding quickly attracted attention around the world, but there was one detail about this couple that made their story even more special. Many people are already comparing them to Brunei's Prince Mateen and his wife Anisha, because their love stories have something surprisingly similar. But who is Princess Ilyana? Who is the British man who managed to win her heart? And how did these two first meet? Watch the full video to find out everything about this couple. Let's get started. Malaysia is one of the few countries in the world with a rotating monarchy. Instead of having one royal family, the country has 9 hereditary royal families. Princess Ilyana was born into one of the most important of these families, the Pahang royal family. Her father is Sultan Abdullah, the Sultan of Pahang, but for 5 years, he was much more than that. In 2019, Sultan Abdullah became Malaysia's 16th king. He remained on the throne until 2024, meaning that for 5 years, Princess Ilyana was not simply the daughter of a Malaysian sultan. She was also the daughter of the country's king. But Ilyana's family story is more complicated than it may first appear. Her mother is Puan Julia Rice, a former Malaysian actress and model who became Sultan Abdullah's second wife. Before entering royal life, Julia had already built a successful career in the entertainment industry during the late 1980s and early 1990s. She appeared in several Malaysian films and became known as one of the country's popular young actresses. Then, in the early 1990s, her life suddenly changed. She married the future Sultan of Pahang in a private ceremony, left her acting career behind, and became part of the royal family. Together, Julia Rice and Sultan Abdullah had 3 daughters, including Princess Ilyana. But unlike many members of the royal family who frequently appear in public, Julia largely disappeared from the spotlight after her marriage. Her private life has remained extremely mysterious, and even today, very little is publicly known about her relationship with the Sultan or her life away from the cameras. Because of this, Princess Ilyana also spent much of her childhood away from the public eye. She grew up mainly in the United Kingdom, where her mother has primarily lived. Education became an important part of her life, and she spent several important years studying in England. While her 2 older sisters attended the University of Nottingham, Ilyana studied at Down House School in Berkshire, a prestigious independent girls' boarding school. As Ilyana grew older, however, she slowly began attracting more attention in Malaysia. Whenever she appeared at royal ceremonies and family events, people could not help but notice her beauty and elegant appearance. Many believe she inherited her striking features from her mother, Julia Rice. In fact, fans who follow the Pahang royal family often point out just how much Ilyana and her sisters resemble their mother. And as Ilyana entered her teenage years, more and more people began wondering about the young princess and who she would eventually marry. Would it be another Malaysian royal? Would she marry into another powerful family? Nobody could have expected the answer, because the man Ilyana eventually married was not a prince. He was a British racing driver. His name is Christopher Lionel Froggatt, better known as Chris Froggatt. Today, Chris is 32 years old and competes in the GT World Challenge Europe Endurance Cup. Unlike many professional racing drivers who start karting at just 5 years old and spend their childhood chasing trophies, Chris did not get behind the wheel of a racing car until he was 24. From there, he eventually moved into international racing, founded his own team, Tempesta Racing, and went on to become a successful driver, winning major trophies. But on August 7, 2026, his life changed completely. He became more than a successful racing driver. He became a member of a royal family after marrying a real-life princess. Princess Ilyana and Chris Froggatt were married at the luxurious Shangri-La Hotel in Kuala Lumpur, in a celebration that unfolded across multiple days. The festivities began with the solemn Akad Nikah, the traditional Islamic marriage ceremony during which the couple exchanged vows and formally sealed their union. After prayers, the exchange of rings, and the presentation of the official marital gift, the Pahang royal household offered prayers for the newlyweds, wishing them a life filled with happiness, peace, love, and prosperity. For the ceremony, Ilyana wore a beautiful couture gown by one of Malaysia's most celebrated fashion designers. The dress featured delicate lace embroidery and a V-neck design, giving her a romantic and elegant look. On her head, she wore Queen Aziza's Art Deco diamond tiara, a historic jewel created in the 1920s and first worn by the Queen of Pahang herself. The following day, a grand royal wedding reception was held. During the celebration, the bride and groom received blessings from their families and local dignitaries through traditional rituals involving holy water and rice paste. For this occasion, Ilyana wore an even more formal royal ensemble, along with a much more spectacular tiara that reflected her status as the Sultan's daughter. She also wore a diamond choker from the Queen's collection. Beside her, Chris completed the regal portrait in traditional Malay attire, wearing a tengkolok headdress and elegantly combining classic Western tailoring with the ceremonial traditions of the Malaysian royal court. It was truly a lavish and beautiful wedding, but one question kept coming up. How did these two actually find each other? The answer surprised many people. Chris was not a stranger who suddenly appeared in the life of a Malaysian princess. He had actually known Ilyana since childhood. After their wedding, Sultana Haja Kalsum, a member of the Pahang royal family, shared several photographs of the couple, including pictures of them together when they were young. Her caption revealed just how far back their relationship went. She wrote, "From playground days to wedding rings, watching the both of you grow up before my eyes, and today watching you both get married, so incredibly happy for the both of you. Wishing you both the absolute best, a lifetime of love, and cheers to your forever." Interestingly, this is not the first time we have seen a royal love story like this in Southeast Asia. Just 2 years earlier, another royal couple captured the world's attention for almost exactly the same reason. Prince Abdul Mateen of Brunei married Anisha in 2024 after knowing her since childhood. The prince even shared an old photograph of the two of them as children. Their families had been connected for years, and Anisha's brother was a close friend of Prince Mateen. Eventually, their childhood friendship became a relationship, and the two became husband and wife in one of the biggest royal weddings Brunei had ever seen. So do you think Princess Ilyana and Chris will also become one of the most famous couples in Asia? Or will they continue living a quiet life away from the public eye? Share your thoughts in the comments. And that's it. If you enjoyed the video and want more like it, be sure to leave a thumbs up below in appreciation. And if you haven't already, you really want to subscribe. Subscribe to my channel and tick the bell icon so you get notified as I upload a new video every week. See you in the next video.